Welcome back to Mental Notes, the series where we sit down and talk about topics from the world of Pauper. And today, this is the first episode of a very exciting and very potentially long series that we are undertaking, where we are going to try and tell you our picks for the best Pauper card in every single set in Magic history. Just to lay out some ground rules for what we're doing here, we're talking about cards in the set they were originally printed, even if they weren't originally printed at common, as a lot of cards in early sets were uncommons, have ended up as commons. And for reprint sets, where downshifts are the only things that are happening, we'll be talking about them if they're relevant.
Yeah.
As well as, like, sort of supplemental products. We might touch on them if they did something for the format, and otherwise we'll just skip straight over it.
Yeah. And hopefully we can do these and get them out so we can actually keep up with Wizards' release schedule. You never know.
Seems tricky these days.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. So, kicking things off with ABU, or Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited, the first three sets of Magic, all had basically the same card list. We're going to talk about them together.
Yep.
There are a lot of things you can talk about.
There is a lot of things we can talk about.
Designs back in the day were very varied. You had a lot of very good cards, a lot of very bad cards.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cards from Alpha that would never touch Pauper in any state, but there are some we still actually play today.
And I think I've got to kick us off with one of my favourite cards in Magic full stop is Lightning Bolt.
It's a classic.
It's just tantamount, and it created a theology of burn, you know? It's just they're like, why have it complicated? Just bolt them.
Just burn them out.
Just burn them out.
And we've seen so many variants of Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
It's in so many decks. It's been in basically every red deck.
Tons of reprints.
Play. It's in Madness, it's in Rally, it's in like control-y decks that are just playing red. It's such a card in all formats, but in Pauper especially, it's so efficient.
I think it's banned in some formats, like on Arena as well.
Yeah.
But we don't care about those formats. We only care about Pauper.
And in this format, it's pretty good.
It's pretty damn good.
I'm actually going to disagree with you for my pick.
Oof.
I'm going to go for another card that has entire types of cards named after it, and that is Counterspell.
Yeah.
The classic.
Can't bolt if there's a counterspell.
Exactly. Bolt beats Counterspell.
Yeah,
Heads
that's true.
up. Your bolt does nothing with the Counterspell. But yes, Counterspell, again, you could say a lot of the same things you said about Bolt about this card. It's been in basically every blue deck. Now, I know there are some Pauper decks that don't play specific Counterspell, but they all play a Counterspell. It's the best reason to be in blue, really.
Yeah.
And there are two other Counterspells we could have mentioned from Alpha
That's
that are
true.
pretty good in Red Elemental and Blue Elemental Blast.
Which, again, is sideboard of every blue and red deck that there is, and even some green decks now.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, elves.
There are some people working really hard to make sure they can play those cards. But but I think Classic Counterspell is my pick. It's maybe one of the cards I've cast the most in Magic, let alone Pauper. And the fact we've never had another one that's specifically power crept it at common, I think says so much for how good the design was.
It's just perfect.
It is. It's clean. It answers everything. And that's just there. And there are some other honourable mentions. We mentioned the blasts. You've also got two green ramp spells from Alpha that are very powerful, Llanowar Elves and Wild Growth, as well as Dark Ritual.
Dark Ritual is on the Dark Ritual. Yeah, Fog.
And also Pestilence is a key one. I think Pestilence is a card that could have won a lot of sets here.
That's true.
It just can't win Alpha. It's too many good cards.
I think Alpha's too legendary, and I feel like with the fact that it also is it created the classic blue versus red, which has been alive from the very beginning and has never gone away.
Absolutely. And one card from Alpha is actually on the Pauper ban list. We're not putting those cards up for consideration, as mentioned, but we will talk about them as it's interesting, and that's Sinkhole.
Yeah.
Powerful black land destruction spell.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A lot of people say they want it unbanned. I don't know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. But certainly powerful. Makes sense that it's on the ban list. And that is our picks for Alpha.
Moving on to Arabian Nights.
Yeah, not as good.
No, really not as good.
First expansion, still early Magic design.
Went
not
for
too
vibes.
Much. Yeah, not too much at the common level. What have you gone for this one?
Go for Kumbaj Witches.
Yeah.
I think there's not much to pick from Arabian Nights, but I mean it still sees some play in some Mono Black Devotion decks.
Yep.
with the 2 black
Used to
pips.
be a powerhouse.
Used to be a powerhouse.
Used to see a lot of it.
Sometimes see it where people like devoted to mono black devotion.
Gary.
So good old Gaza.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love a Gary now and again.
It's a great card.
It's a great card. But
sadly, not quite there. And no. The other card, the card that I've gone for, it's probably not the correct answer. I think Combust Witches might be right, just for what it's done. But it's another card that's a classic in those mono black devotion decks, which is Oubliette.
Yeah.
I remember way back in the day in Pauper when this card was like so expensive because it had only been printed in Arabian Nights, and it finally got like that reprinting in some Masters set. I remember Gavin being very pleased he'd managed to
big up Gavin
to
for,
get that
for
down
pushing
shift.
the little
He'd really
reprints
pushed
and stuff.
for it. But yeah, Oubliette is such a classic. It used to be sort of like the go-to black removal spell for a while, and I'm just going to give it some love here for what it's done in Pauper in the past.
Yeah.
And that's Arabian Nights. If you don't want to talk about desert or sandstorm, because that's about all else we have to pick from there.
Yeah, that's the cards.
They're cards. They're around.
Yeah.
Sometimes people play them.
What's next?
Third set now is Antiquities, which is slightly more powerful than Arabian Nights was.
Yes.
Still not as wide of a range of options, but there's a couple of powerful ones. Let's see what you've gone for.
Ashnod's Altar.
Yeah.
You know, there's the linchpin of Ultratron, and there's the recent cat food decks using Ashnod's Altar.
Yeah.
Like, still having cool innovation around it, still to this day. And also, it's had a big impact across formats as well.
Yeah, it is an iconic card.
It's an iconic card, absolute banger, and like generating the 2 colorless mana.
It's a lot, right? It's a weird card to sort of be legal in Pauper. I feel like
he's very weird.
It's only had like 1 common printing, if I remember correctly, and it's actually been uncommon, I think, in this original printing and in a lot of others.
Yes.
So it's strange that it even like snuck its way into Pauper, because in effect you wouldn't usually see at that common.
Yeah, and I think, but then it hasn't been like fully really. I don't think it's broken in any way. I don't think it's calling for a ban, despite the fact that it feels weird that it is a common.
And we might not have even ever seen its full potential. I think this card that's always, whenever new stuff is printed, there's a chance that something comes out that breaks Ashnod's Altar and just like goes infinite too easily with it. Yeah. Like right now you need 2 Mirror Retrievers and then some sort of payoff, which isn't that much, but you know, it's a lot of mana production. And yeah, I think the cat food like innovations, like you mentioned on it recently from Giorgio, has been really awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
I, again, have differentiated from you. We've gone different on every set so far. I've gone for a card that you see alongside Ashnod's Altar a lot, which is Urza's Tower, or the Tron Lands. Picking Tower, because it's technically better, right? But yeah, the Tron Lands were here from Antiquities. So powerful, like unparalleled sort of mana production from a land. You don't see anything like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly.
Got to put some effort in, got to put them together. But once you do, you've got 7 mana, potentially on turn 3. And there's been so many Tron decks across Pauper history. Yeah. I think like right now you'd expect to see like Flickertron or Ultratron if you see Tron lands, but there's Monstertron is around.
Yeah.
There's Eggstron, which is an Ultratron.
And
variant.
Even within Monstertron there's different variants with like colourless and Cascade ones.
There was that mono red Tron deck that had a moment. There's been mono black, I think there's a mono blue. Like people like playing with the Tron lands. They're like super iconic to a lot of people, and really fun to play with. Like it is a cool puzzle putting it together, and you feel like a really powerful wizard once you've got all your domain, and you can just start casting spells like way ahead of schedule. Yeah. Now, outside of those 2 that we've picked, not masses. Ornithopter was here. Yeah. Which big in glitters, like I know you like it in your
my mono white junk. Convoke,
whatever we call it.
Metalcraft thing.
And once again we have one ban card to talk about here, which is everyone's favourite Smiling Boy, Atog.
What a boy.
Rest in peace, Atog. You were a real one.
You'll be back soon.
Until you start getting like fling. That was a bit boring, but like you were cool.
Our next set is Legends. Now I think kicking us off, flipping from our choices of alpha, I'm going with the blue card in Force Spike.
Okay.
And for the simple fact that if you're on the play and you get to Force Spike a Walls Spy player's land grant when they have no lands in hand and no way to get any mana,
it's pretty good.
It feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, even outside of that though, cool counterspell. Like it's seen play. Terrorists sometimes play it, sometimes don't.
Yep.
Fey lists sometimes play it, sometimes don't. It's in that bucket with Spell Pierce and Dispel and Disrupt for those like 1 mana blue counter spells that all have different use cases. Yeah. It's nice it's the only one that can counter a creature. Yeah. It is something you have to think about. I'm constantly thinking like if they have 1 blue mana open, can I just like play my creatures on curve? Do I need to slow down? It's a real card to play around. It like sucks to get a 4 spike. Yeah. Like it really sucks.
Really sucks. But when you do it,
really
feels
cool.
Pretty good.
It does feel good. And sometimes you only need the 1, and then they're playing around it for the rest of the match.
You can sideboard them out. More than 1?
They can sideboard them out. They keep playing around it. It's pretty cool.
Mental games.
Yeah. But I have, as you mentioned, gone on the other side. I didn't pick Lightning Bolt for Alpha, so I'm giving a shout for Chain Lightning. It's worse than Lightning Bolt. It's sorcery speed, but it hits the same things. If they're playing red, maybe they throw it back at you. Maybe you throw it back at them. You can play ping pong a bit. But
exactly.
Yeah, Chain Lightning is still really powerful. It's a step down from Lightning Bolt, but it's a big way to step down from there. It's still present in plenty of mono red decks. Yes. Not all of them anymore. Like it's not always in the mono red madness or rally lists, but they pop up. It's sort of in that flex slot. And it's a card that's kind of like nice because you're kind of happy to side it out a lot of the time. It's my least good one.
Yeah, if you end up in the mirror, it's an easy side out. Yeah. Which you always like. Yeah,
always nice. And outside of those from Legends, there's Darkness, the sort of color shifted Fog, Boomerang, which like used to be a real mainstay in Terra, but has fallen out a bit.
Saw some play in the last Paupergeddon with the highest ranked Terra list playing Boomerang.
There you go.
Yeah. Playing Boomerang and Disrupt as another 1 mana counter spell, which is pretty cool.
Maybe we'll get onto. I don't remember what set that's from.
Yeah, I can't either. But the art is dope.
Yeah. Also Remove Soul, another counter spell. Yes. The first like Essence Scatter variant. I think people usually call them Essence Scatters, but it's actually one of the later ones. Remove Soul was here.
Yeah.
If you want a more restrictive on what you can counter, but less color restrictive counter spell, you've got Remove Spell.
Yep, and then Spirit Link as
Boggle's sideboard card.
Boggle's with my little pet deck. I think when I was hitting the 3-0s last season, I had Spirit Link in the main when Mono Red was really rampant, which meant my game 1 wasn't me getting absolutely smashed.
Not that bad,
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
So not a bad set, Legends.
Not a bad set, pretty
also,
good.
Barktooth Warbeard, if you know, you know. Good card. But moving on. So, next up is The Dark. This one's interesting. It's not really any Pauper main deck cards, but there's a few sideboard cards. And I imagine we might have the same answer here, but let's find out. What did you go for? Yeah, Dust to Dust for me as well.
It's just so good.
It's just really good.
It's really good.
It's sort of the card that's single-handedly is like giving these white decks like a place.
Yeah.
Because at least it beats Affinity, right? It's like you want to play mono white. It's like what do you beat in the meta? I don't know, not that much, but at least I beat Affinity. It's like you have Dust to Dust. I mean that's a bit reductive of what mono white does, but I digress.
But like it creates a massive imbalance at times.
Yeah.
Like if they're playing just 2 tapped indestructible lands, you know, bang.
Both gone. You're on 3 mana, they're on 0. It's like very hard to come back from that turn 3 play. But even if you don't get it off early, you play it late, you kill like a Refurb, a Mirror Forcer, a Blood Fountain when they don't have the mana for it. Yeah, just it's a clean 2 for 1, right? It destroys 2 things. Yeah. And that fact it can just like win the game by itself is so good.
Yeah, I mean it's just a beautiful card. And Gavin, if you're listening, please reprint
I'm
it.
sure he's trying.
No, I mean like as a shout out earlier, like you can see the Pauper reprints. We can feel it.
Outside of those though, a couple things. Tormod's Crypt, Holy Light, other sideboard cards. I think Tormod's Crypt was really powerful, but it just can't really compete with Dust to Dust. Also, Elves of Deep Shadow is from here, which is like newly relevant.
Yeah.
Some War Spyless playing it, Elf Spyless playing it. And then Sunken City, sometimes a mono blue fairy sideboard card.
Yeah.
But then everything.
Holy Light is one of the only Pauper cards which have a pair of butt cheeks on.
That counts for something.
That does
count for something. Yeah. Not quite Dust to Dust, but
no.
Yeah. Nice to give the artist some props. I don't remember who the artist is. It'll be on screen.
Yeah, it's on screen. Shout out to them.
Fallen Empires now, going a few years in. Not the greatest set, I think, remembered by many people. And it's not the greatest set for Pauper. There's not too much. I imagine maybe we match again.
Yeah, Goblin Grenade.
Yep, Goblin Grenade. And it's not even one that sees that much play, which is it's a shame this is the one we It's the only one we have to talk about.
Yep.
But it is powerful.
It's true.
If you are in a more goblin-based burn deck, it does a lot of damage, and it has seen play. I know we have some like mono red players locally.
I did get Goblin Grenaded last week.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was on the perfect 5. You know.
Yeah, so it happens. But yeah, I mean, if we look down what else is in the set, the only other thing I could pick out that was of note is Night Soil. I just wanted to give it a shout out because it's cool. It exiles cards for cost, so you can get around some things like that. And actually, 2 amazing cards in this set, but they're both on the ban list. One of them was banned twice.
So nice it was banned twice.
Yep, and that's High Tide.
Yeah.
And the other one being Hymn to Torak. 2 sort of mean cards. Tide's mean because it takes your time away, and Hymn takes your hand away. I never want to see that one come off the ban list. I hate people talking about that.
There's some people talking about it, and I'm just like, no, please no.
Those cards are good.
Yeah,
we'll keep Goblin Grenade as the best card in this set, I think.
Yeah,
nice.
Well, best legal card.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
Now moving on to Ice Age. Really cool set. First time we saw snow-covered lands and whatever that could bring. I think the only like snow-relevant Pauper card in this set is Whiteout, which is cool. It's like played in Tribe and some other. When you just need to discard loads of cards, it's a good way to do it. You just return all the snow lands. But yeah, snow for the first time here. But I assume you haven't gone for a snow card.
No, I've gone for again blue card, which is absolute mainstay, Brainstorm.
Yep.
Like namely in Core Gates and Terra. You know, the instant speed card selection.
So well.
It's like in both decks, it uses it in such a utilitarian way. Both with the Squadron Hawks and then with the Delvers, like being able to get the most value out of those cards, I think is just brilliant.
And they're good cards already.
They're such good cards already.
A Brainstorm is just like, it's unbelievable, right? We don't need to tell you it's a good card in Pauper. It's a good card in every format it's ever been legal in. It's got a book written about it. It's a difficult card to play. I think it's like a real learning curve when you're new to Magic, like resolving brainstorms properly. You've got to have a plan. You can't just fire it off. You've got to be able to fix it, or you've got to know that you're fine being stuck behind those 2 cards for a couple of turns. But yeah, the raw power it has. It's a fixed Ancestral Recall was the aim, and it is still unbelievable.
It's still so good.
Because you do see 3 new cards.
Yeah.
And I think I know deep down that that's maybe the right answer, but I had to pick for my card here, Pyroblast. I'm going Pyroblast, but it's by extension Hydroblast.
Yes.
They're both in here. We didn't give the love to Red Elemental Blast and Blue Elemental Blast.
They had a mention, but now they've got
in Alpha. But yeah, just wanted to talk about how good these cards have been in Pauper. If you look at like any tournament breakdown on decklist websites, you go to like most played cards. Usually all 4 of the blasts are like in the top 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And especially right in this moment of time where you have Mono Blue Terror, Mono Red Madness is probably A and B in the format. I think that's a fairly reasonable statement. They both play them to fight each other, and everyone else has to play them to fight them.
And if you don't play them, have fun.
You lose to them. Yeah, it's like they're just always there. And even sometimes when you're not playing against like a really heavy red or blue deck, you just bring in a couple to do with something. Yeah. You bring in that one against like a Grixis to blow up the munitions if that's important, you know, that would be Hydro. But yeah, Pyro, it's kind of like the only thing keeping Terra from just like running wild, right? So I wanted to shout those cards out. And actually, the set's like pretty good, right? Ice Age has like a few more things than the previous 2 sets we've talked about. Fintorn Elves, so we get our second Llanowar Elves. Yep. Now you can play 8 if you're playing Pauper in this time period for some reason. Thermocast. Sort of the best Ponza spell that Red-Green Ponza plays if you're still on that build. Also Songs of the Damned, which is super powerful. Yeah, like Cycle Storm, early spy builds, like 1-land spy.
Oh yeah, true.
Really big on that.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like the reason it works. Like I don't think a Cycle Storm can really function without Songs of the Damned. So a good one to call out. Another one that maybe could have won a set if it wasn't up against such heavy hitters.
I mean, those like you got Brainstorm.
Yeah,
and
tough,
also the original Ice Age art is
really good. Yeah, good art in Ice Age.
Yeah,
like the original Snow-Covered Land's really cool.
Oh,
it's also
stunning.
actually the set that did Downshift Counterspell. I know we're not really like talking about downshifts at this point, but yeah, Counterspell was an uncommon in Alpha according to what I could see, and this is when it became a common. So we've got this set to thank for that.
Yeah, big up Ice Age.
Yeah, thank you, Ice Age. And then we're into Homelands.
Yeah,
and this
Homelands.
set is just bad, right? It's remembered as one of the worst sets in Magic history overall.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And for a good reason. What did you pick out of this nonsense?
Out of the that was there, I think the only thing you can pick is Merchant Scroll, which isn't really played anymore.
Yeah, I did the same, because it did see play.
Yeah.
It was in High Tide decks, obviously, and there have actually been some Familiars decks that have played Merchant Scroll before, sort of as a way to get either Flicker or like some niche different counterspell piece post-board.
Yeah.
It's never really been a big thing. It's maybe been like a one-off or like floated in out of lists, but it truly did not have much competition here. So I think Merchant Scroll has to take it.
Yeah.
It's what memory lapses in the set.
Serrated Arrows.
Serrated Arrows, and did used to see some play, so like maybe Serrated Arrows does something, but I think Merchant Scroll is a much better card. Like it is powerful. There's just like powerful. Not too much of a reason to use it in Pauper right now. But if another like incredible blue instant shows up, then you can
fair play.
You can Merchant Scroll for it, right?
Yeah. Will we see that this year?
Maybe. I don't know. Something from Star Trek.
Yeah, Spock's Insight.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go for that.
It's like Elven Insight.
If that comes true, so someone timestamp this and remember that we came up with that first, that we'll be Merchant Scrolling for Spock's Insight. That's a good cold call.
Yeah.
Because it requires so many things to go right for that prediction to come true.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a card called Spock's Insight, I'm just taking that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know nothing about Star
We've gotten
Trek.
so sidetracked.
Yeah.
You know we don't want to talk about Homelands, so
yeah, I mean,
the next set.
This is just filling the time. Moving on to Alliances, not many Pauper cards we can really add to the list here.
I think it was a smaller set.
Yeah, a lot smaller set. And I think I've got to go for Gorilla Shaman on this one.
Yeah, I have Gorilla Shaman as well. Again, doesn't see too much play anymore. It's kind of like Merchant Scroll. It's like, it's a card that's been around, you know it. It's still an absolute beating if you get to cast one against Affinity. Like, just eat all of those non-indestructible artifact lands. But, yeah, again, not much competition for Gorilla Shaman here. I think we found Arcane Denial.
Yeah.
Turbo Fog, like blue-green Turbo Fog, which has sort of been usurped by black-green Turbo Fog, so you don't really see that card anymore. But, yeah, Gorilla Shaman, decent card.
It's a good card.
It's pretty good.
The art's cool.
Yeah, there's some like all those different arts they used to do as well. It's like A, B, C.
Yeah, like and
so
that's
you always see different ones.
That's one of the things I love about older Magic sets. It's all the different variants of the art within the set.
Like, not sort of fancy borderless variants. It was just like different art pieces, it's often by the same artist as well.
Yeah, and I think it all has the similar vibe but slight variants, which I really enjoy. I mean, not to like harp on what anybody likes, but I'm not the biggest fan of some of the crazy alt art stuff.
Sure.
But when there's like different versions, I think that's really cool.
So, final set of this episode, and we're going to talk about Mirage, which, again, didn't leave us too many options, but there is a really good one, which I assume you probably have as well as me.
Yeah, well, I assume it's the same with Wall of Roots.
Yeah. No Wall of Roots. Yeah, it's a strong card.
Very good
it's in the Wallspire decks right now, right? I think Walls combo decks, traditional Walls combo, have played it in and out as well.
Yep.
It's not like the most upfront powerful card in the list, but it's that ties you over, kind of. It's you play it, you get the mana back from it straight away.
Yeah.
So it kind of only costs 1 when you're playing it out, and if you have an Overgrown Battlement, it kind of costs you 0. It's like you can just sort of play it out, get the mana back, get the extra mana from your battlements.
Yeah.
And do some sort of like cute tricks where you're like ticking down your own Wall of Roots, even when you don't need the mana, just to make sure that you have the ability to put it in the graveyard for a Masked Vandal.
Yeah.
It's like a trick that you see people do. So yeah, cool card. But its competition was pretty dire. There's some cool like ramp spells in this set, but not for Pauper.
Rampant
Growth. Maybe
Growth.
Pauper EDH. Rampant Growth is a good card.
It's a classic.
There's also the diamonds, like Charcoal Diamond, Marble Diamond, et al. But yeah, just not really constructed Pauper cards.
No.
One other kind of cool one, which if you only play against Boggles ever, if you're on a strange meta, which is just Boggles, then you can play Serene Heart, which is just a 2-mana card that destroys all auras. Boggles can't really beat that card.
It's pretty cool.
If you're green, you really hate Boggles, play some Serene Heart. And that's
one of Serene Heart just to
get them. Yeah. There's like a white card that does similar as well.
Yeah, there is.
Well, right? Maybe we'll get to it. Can't remember what.
Yeah, we'll get to it at some point.
But yeah, there you have it. That's our top picks for the best Pauper card from the first 10 sets of Magic, from Alpha through to Mirage. Let us know what your picks would have been. I'm sure there are some cards that we missed, or if you guys just have really fond memories of specific cards, we'd love to see your lists in the comments. And we hope that you really enjoy this, because we are going to be making our way through all of the sets. And we'd love you to follow along with that journey with us. Subscribe, put on the notifications, all of that good stuff, and you will be able to see the next episode as soon as it drops. And yeah, maybe even do some homework and figure out your lists ahead of time before us.
See if you can predict what we're going to say as well.
You can be part of the show. That would be cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.